crack it open, feel the thrill. OND Light's the perfect chill. Great content, less filling. It's the vibe you've been missing. OND Light, sit back, relax.
So we don't talk about presidents or political stuff here on this podcast. So today what we're going to be talking about is the U.S. presidents. We're going to be talking about U.S. presidents, and the first president is Kevin Falkenberg. Vote him in November 5th. Make sure.
He needs more work to do.
He needs more work to do. And what better than trying to run our country? He can run in Twin Tiers Comic-Con, so, you know, he can run the world. He can run the country.
Same thing, basically.
Same thing, basically. Same amount of people who don't shower.
I mean, honestly, politics is just WWE, but boring.
But boring. Dude, they're chill. Never mind, we're not going to get into that. This is an after. We're not doing it. Woo!
Almost caught him.
Anyway, let's go to a safer thing here. So what we are going to talk about is the U.S. President's Day, except we're going to talk about
tier list
46 interesting and weird facts about not each of the presidents, but 46 of them. And Joey even has extra additional facts to go on top of some of these. But yeah, we're just going to talk about interesting facts about the presidents, and then, you know, say them, talk about them, and then keep going. If we don't think it's interesting, we'll just keep going. If we think it's interesting, we'll talk about it. But all right, guys, are you ready for the facts of the presidents?
Yes.
United States.
Of
First
America.
of all, let's start with what a president.
46 presidents.
We should start with what a president is. What is the president?
They're the executive chief of the country.
Whoa.
Yeah, they sit in office and they make like final decisions on stuff. They're part of the 3-branch government system that we have.
And what is our 3-branch government system?
federal, state, federal, judicial. Yeah, I don't know.
What is happening? All right, so we talked about what the president is. How many presidents have we had, Joey?
46.
Whoa!
That's crazy.
That's crazy. We have 46 facts today.
I remember being in second grade when Obama was running against, I don't even remember who. Mitch no,
John McCain.
John McCain.
That's correct. Yeah. I remember.
Wasn't there also a McConnell run during that? There might have been. I don't remember.
Maybe.
It's been a million years. You were in second grade, so.
I remember all the way back to when Al Gore ran for president. That's how far back I remember. That's like my first memory of a presidential election is Al Gore. That's the first one.
We only listened about Man, Bear, Pig.
Nobody wanted to listen about Man, Bear, Pig. And here we are today.
Here we are.
Joey, I have a question. When you remember that far back, does it go back to black and white or does it stay in color?
It's black and
You
white.
weren't even the one who
still. It's
remembered.
like the
I'm the
history.
one who remembered.
Yeah.
What was your first presidential
That I
memory?
remember?
Yeah, your first presidential memory.
Probably Bush Sr. doing the Desert Storm speech.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's not black and white, but that's pretty
I
low.
definitely remember that in color.
Yeah. My memory palace says it's in color, so I remember it in color.
It was on TV.
Like, you
modern
remember
TV,
watching it
so-
live? Like,
Yeah.
you were like,
Yeah.
Wow.
I probably there had to be one when Challenger exploded. Like there had to be an address,
Yes.
but I don't remember. I don't remember it. It was I think Reagan was in office at the time. So
This bitch was around.
89.
Reagan was in.
Was 89 Challenger?
This guy was there when Call of Duty Black Ops was happening for real.
Yeah. Mason was telling me about the numbers.
Oh man.
Fun fact about presidents: they were in the zombie game.
They were.
You could jump on the tables and you could jump over on top of the
That
wooden
map
barricade.
was called 5.
Yeah, what a goated map.
Oh my god.
I was always Kennedy.
Yeah, you didn't get to choose.
Well,
it
yeah,
was random.
it was Kennedy, Castro.
You'd keep restarting
It
until you were
wasn't-
Kennedy?
It wasn't
Oh.
presidents. It was
Kennedy, Castro. One of them was like just the guy from the campaign.
No, they
it
were
was,
all
the Russian president at the time.
Putin was in there?
No,
themed.
Putin
I
was
feel.
in it.
Do you know what's crazy? Is that with all the political stuff? My mind says that Putin has Gorbachev. You are right. See, now that you say it,
Because
I
I'm pretty
remember.
sure there's a line where Kennydy's like, "Mr. Gorbachev, build that barricade," or something like that.
That's funny. Yeah. So anyway, ta-da! So presidencies and governments and all.
We
that
have
stuff.
facts.
We have
46
facts
of them, to be precise.
We do. We have facts.
And I have facts to back some of them up.
You do. And actually, one more thing before we get into it. And May, you can take us out if it's too political.
Oh, boy.
But big thing about presidential elections, guys, there is more than 2 parties. Just so you know, there's more than just Democratic.
Yeah,
and
you
Republican.
can vote Green Party.
There's so many other.
Might as well not even
I
register to
think
vote.
that's-
It's crazy.
I think that's knowledge that every voter needs to know that there is not only 2 parties. There are other parties. And I feel like not enough people know that.
No one
But anyway.
knows that.
That's what I'm saying.
I'll see you on the front lines, brother.
Like, I feel like I talk to people sometimes or
With a
hear...
big red star in the sky.
like, I hear people and I'm like, there's more options, right? But anyway, you can
Because
take
then
that
that
out.
just be like, I don't want my vote to not count.
If that was too political, you can take that out.
Take it out.
I don't
Take it out!
I don't know. Anyway, let's get into these facts, huh? All right, the number 1 fact about our number 1 president,
George Washington.
George. I should have asked you. I should go. Who do you think our number 1 president was? Our very first president, George Washington, from 1789 to 1797.
And they said you could keep going, George, if you want. You're
Just
the best.
keep going. Yeah, is that more than the regular? Yeah, that's 7.
Well, there was no term limits back then.
Yeah.
Nope, that's 8.
There was,
That's 8. That's
Yeah,
8.
he
Right,
was like,
but
no,
there was
I've been
He did.
here enough.
Yeah.
Actually, I think I remember him
Because
saying,
that's why
I
they
want to
made the term
institute
limits.
Hunter remembers he was there.
4 per term, and you can
Took
only
his
do 2
time
terms.
machine back, and George Washington.
Yeah, when
was
they
like, I
put-
think 2 is enough. Do you agree?
when they made term limits, I'm pretty sure they went back and they were like, "Oh, George Washington, like he was the best,"
He was the best.
because they changed term
The
limits
best.
during the Second World War.
FDR
Every
did
single
3
one of
terms,
these
I think.
presidents
Yeah.
didn't serve more than 8 years.
So yeah, after the Second World War, I think they changed it to have term limits.
Yeah.
So anyway, George Washington, the first U.S. president and Revolutionary War hero,
Mhm.
was an enthusiastic
Woodcutter.
dog breeder.
Yeah, that
Oh.
doesn't surprise me
Particularly
at
of
all.
Pokemon
hunting.
breeder.
He was. He's the first Pokemon trainer, particularly of hunting hounds, to which he gave names like Sweet Lips and Drunkard.
Ooh, George, what's going on?
George Cannon confirmed furry.
These dogs
uh,
are getting in the cherries.
So yeah, George Washington was a dog breeder.
That's cool. He also had wooden teeth.
That's what they say.
And he also had a set of teeth that were made from metal, and they were jagged like shark teeth.
And he could hunt down.
And he would hunt with his dogs.
He was also
Like-
6 foot.
Yeah.
6
That's
foot.
how he-
He would
that's how
run
he
on
taught.
all fours
Yeah, he would
through
teach
the
them.
woods,
Yeah,
and he
like
would teach them
Sabretooth.
to hunt.
Yeah.
The greatest.
All right.
Thomas Jefferson.
Who was the second president?
TJ.
Who's? Did you say TJ?
Yeah.
You're some kind of something.
Thomas
Who do you think it
Jefferson. It's Jefferson.
The second president was John
Adams.
Oh, Jefferson.
Jefferson's 30, right?
He is the third.
Damn.
1797 to
I got those.
1801.
I knew it as soon-
because I thought Adams was 3.
No.
1797 to 1801. Adams and
Here's a
his
beat.
wife Abigail
Mm.
exchanged more than 1,100 letters over the course of their
Big wife
lengthy
guy.
relationship.
Yeah.
Big wife guy cared about his wife.
Did he
Sent
cheat on
over-
her?
I don't know.
Probably.
He
I
sent
mean,
over.
he was pretty tight with Ben. So
Yeah, ooh. They exchanged.
Ben was big with the
was a
French.
freak.
I
Yeah.
heard he was a freak. They exchanged over 1,000 handwritten letters to each other. Could you imagine handwriting a letter to someone
Can you
over
Google
1,000
how many
times?
letters he
I
wrote to
wonder
Ben
how
Franklin?
long they were. Yeah.
Oof.
He was like, "My dearest Abigail,
Right, and I bet they
Mr.
were
Franklin and I are enjoying our time in France."
I bet every single one of them was super long too. Like you wouldn't take the time to write like a 2-sentence letter and send it off. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like that's the equivalent of like a K text message. You wouldn't do
Oh
that.
God, they hate me.
So you know they were lengthy ass letters to each other. You know? Could you? Oh, man.
Also played by Paul Giamatti in an HBO series based on John Adams.
Wow.
Did he cheat on his wife?
I don't remember. I know he hung out with Ben Franklin though, and Ben Franklin was like, "Damn, my stones hurt today."
Damn. What HBO series are you talking about?
I think it's called Adams.
Is it?
Yeah, or John Adams.
Huh.
But yeah, it's like a It's like about his life.
All right, so our third president, Thomas
TJ.
Jefferson, from 1801 to 1809.
He's like, let me pen these important documents because I'm a writing king.
Jefferson,
You
the
write letters,
principal...
I write fucking bills into office.
Ow, my foot.
Like that Schoolhouse Rock song.
Jefferson, the principal author of the Declaration of Independence, died on July 4th in 1826, within hours of his frenemy, John Adams.
Yeah.
The two of them died on the same day, on our Independence Day.
You know they shot each other, right? In a duel, definitely. That's what happened, really. And then they covered it up.
Our fourth president.
Wait. Thomas Jefferson?
Yeah.
He's a milk chocolate guy.
He is. I did hear he's a milk chocolate guy.
Mm-hmm.
He really
If
likes
you know, you know.
Now you know. Our fourth president, James Madison, from 1809 to 1817.
Boring.
Madison was the shortest president
Oh, Hunter loves this guy.
at 5'4" and weighed barely over 100 pounds.
Come on, Madison. Eat some fucking hardtack.
My God. Interesting fact. Our fifth president, James Monroe, 1817 to 1825. Other than
Boring.
Washington, Monroe was the only president to ever run essentially unopposed, coasting to a re-election in the 1820
See, you didn't even have to
race.
try.
He didn't.
He's a loser.
Because he was a founding father.
He was the biggest show-up guy president we've ever seen.
He was
Carter's favorite president.
my favorite president is not. Mm-mm.
All right.
We'll get there.
Sixth president, John Quincy Adams, 1825 to 1829.
Not there yet.
Years after leaving the White
Lame.
House, Quincy Adams argued
He had to
famous
take someone else's drip.
argued a famous Supreme Court case that freed the captive Africans who had rebelled aboard the Amistad slave ship.
Oh.
Yeah,
What a
real
guy.
ally.
What a real guy.
Yeah. Let's keep going here. Next is the seventh president, Andrew Jackson.
Wow, this guy.
This guy from 1829 to 1837.
Bad.
Andrew Jackson once killed a man in a duel.
Once. Andrew Jackson
The $20
was
bill, by the
rumored.
way.
Not only is he on the $20 bill, and not only did he kill a man in a duel, it's rumored that he fought over 100 duels in his time.
Killed
alive.
100 men.
Pop, 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 pop.
Do you think he missed,
Also-
do you think he missed the other 99 every time, and then one time he made it?
Carter's trying to make this political.
Go ahead.
Didn't he also do the Trail of Tears and send a ton of Native Americans to die on a?
Andrew
like,
Jackson was a bad.
He was a bad guy.
Not a good one. Not a good one.
But if you said that to his face,
He duel
He
you.
would duel you. He'd take his glove off. He'd slap you in the face, drop it on the ground, and say, "A duel." Our eighth president, Martin Van Buren, 1837.
Fallout Van Buren.
Now we're getting to like the bottom of the founding fathers, the when they were in the room.
This
You
is
know?
like a founding father's nephew.
They're sitting around the table. They're like, "Guys, our club's about to end. We're really getting to the end of our leaders here." 1837 to 1841, Van Buren was the first president to be born an American. The only American president. The first
The
one.
first American.
The
president.
first American
Not the
president,
only.
Martin Van Buren.
Oh yeah, he wasn't a founding father, was he?
No.
All
'Cause he-
previous presidents were originally British subjects, having been born prior to 17.
Was he born when America? Oh yeah, okay, prior. Okay,
So
there we go. Never mind.
also, the original Fallout 3 before Bethesda got it was going to be called Fallout Van Buren.
Was it really?
Mm.
Wow, I didn't know that. Our ninth president, William Henry Harrison, thank you, lasted only 32 days in office.
Dead.
The shortest stint of any president in U.S. history.
Nice going, Harrison.
Time to make a
What
record.
happened to Harrison? Got shot.
Yeah, I'm guessing.
Quickest president.
Probably had tuberculosis, honestly.
Yeah,
I think he was assassinated, right?
man,
One of the other things.
seems good.
John
Before-
Tyler, 1841 to 1845. Tyler fathered 15 children.
Tyler,
The most
come
of any
on.
president. There's one I want to get to, but I don't know if
The rail splitter.
Oh, we can get there. It's close.
We haven't even gotten to my favorite president yet.
James K. Polk. No, I missed one. John Tyler.
Can we skip the boring
1841 to
ones?
1845. Well, I just did that. James K. Polk, 1845 to 1849. During his term, Polk secretly purchased a number of enslaved children for his Mississippi cotton plantation.
Come on,
What an
James.
interesting fact to throw some
Come on,
slavery.
James.
I don't
We
think
got,
that's an interesting
like
fact.
3 presidents before you. We've got him being like, well, I'm going to free the whole crew of this mutinous slave ship.
Oh my gosh.
2, I'm going to secretly buy their kids and make them work on my plantation.
Dude, the crazy part is it wasn't just like he bought slaves. No, it was specifically he bought slave children to work on his cotton plantation.
Oh my God.
Now, a grand ancestor of mine, just kidding, I have no idea. 12th president, Zachary Taylor, 1849 to 1850, served 1 year. Old, rough, and ready. Never voted in an election prior to being on the ballot himself.
Nice. That big guy.
Carter really relates with Zachary Tyler here, or Taylor.
I
He's
don't
a
know.
3 to 20 guys kind of guy.
13th president, Millard Fillmore.
Oh my God.
Fillmore was the last Whig president.
The Whig party. That was a party.
Yeah, the party imploded soon after he left office.
Yeah.
That was 1850 to 1853.
The price of wigs just got out of
itchy.
control.
Only served 3 years, by the way. Actually, ever since the years of when they've served has gotten smaller and a little bit different.
Wait until you get to FDR.
So here we go. Number 14, Franklin Pierce, 1853 to 1857. The only president from New Hampshire. Also attended college in New England. Bowdoin College in Brunswick, Maine. That's the dumbest fact ever.
What a boring.
He went to
what
college.
a boring president.
Well, he went to college was his interesting fact.
I feel like every.
Actually, he went to college and transferred his credits to a different college. That is his interesting fact.
Boring.
That's James
Buchanan.
Buchanan. Boy, I had no idea. 1857 to 1861. In 1853, while serving as minister to Great Britain, Buchanan helped draft the 1854 Ostend Manifesto, which advocated for an American invasion of Cuba.
Could have ignored the whole Cuban Missile Crisis if that happened.
Wow.
Would have changed history.
Number 16.
The rail splitter.
Mr. Abraham Lincoln himself from 1861 to
Stovepipe hat
1865.
aficionado.
Honest Abe, the tallest president at 6'4", may have had Marfan syndrome, a genetic disorder
Andre
that
the
causes
Giant.
people to be very tall, thin, and long-limbed. Boy, he had the disease of being tall.
I got another one.
Oh?
He also suffered the most assassination attempts while in office.
And what was it?
9.
That must be the limit.
Nice.
We didn't work on that at all.
He also suffered from depression.
Oh, yeah. I actually heard he killed vampires.
Oh, yeah, that happened too.
Yeah.
Can we get to my boy?
Andrew. Okay, we're done. Who's your favorite? We'll go to that one.
Theodore Roosevelt.
Roosevelt's pretty good. Do Roosevelt.
He's the best one.
Known for making the phrase bully cool.
He also made the parks.
Theodore Roosevelt, the 26th president of the United States from 1901 to 1909. Roosevelt was the youngest president.
Yeah.
That is
That's
such a
it.
lame thing
Wow.
for the
Taking
person
office
who,
at
like,
age 42.
That was fucked.
That's
bro.
it.
Man, this guy, he was a Rough Rider.
Rough Rider.
Yeah, DMX wrote the songs about Teddy Roosevelt. I bet you didn't know that.
I want to interview DMX now and ask him who those songs were about.
We'll have to do a seance and call to him from the grave.
Oh my
but-
God. Well, yeah, obviously.
He established all the national parks.
He did.
Or not all of them.
And
He's
he,
an
he
ads are
dug
just
the
like, let me
Panama
yell at
Canal.
With his own 2 hands.
Yeah.
His own 2 hands. I want to see what facts they have for like newer. Okay.
Is an asshole.
He's trying. Yeah, he's trying.
Also is an
trying to get us
asshole.
canceled.
I just want to see what they say. We're not going to talk about it. We're just going to see what the History Channel has put down for interesting facts about them.
Just-
We'll start with.
Just do like Obama.
He won the
and-
Nobel
and
Peace
George
Prize.
W.
Did you know that?
Bush. Do those 2.
Okay. The 43rd president, George W. Bush, 2001 to 2009, post presidency, Bush took up oil painting,
Mhm.
exhibiting his work at the Museum of the Southwest in Texas.
Yeah, he's
Yeah, he
kind
did it
of
to try to
he's
deal
kind
with the
of a big deal
PTSD of
in-
the
in
war.
painting, so
Really?
yeah,
I actually didn't.
in the art scene.
Joey's like,
We also
really
forgot
look up to
about
him,
like
man.
not my actual not my
He's my
actual
favorite
second
artist.
But I
favorite
think
president.
it's pretty cool.
yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yep.
You're done running the country, and you're like, I'm gonna go to the countryside and just paint.
He's not my actual second favorite president, but he's a funny favorite second president is the person who immediately followed Theodore Roosevelt, Taft. The fun fact about him is probably he broke a bathtub in the White House when he was there.
'Cause he was too fat.
He was too fat.
William Howard Taft, 1909 to 1913, famous for his corpulence. Taft was the first president to hurl the ceremonial first pitch at a Major League Baseball game.
Oh
Because
my
he's a
God.
baller.
Yeah, fat, and he threw a baseball.
So we had George. Okay, so our 44th president, Barack Obama, 2009 to 2017. Prior to becoming the first African American president, Obama won 2 Grammy Awards for Best Spoken Word Album.
Yeah,
His wife Michelle has likewise won a Grammy. Man, are they the most Grammy award winning
Yeah.
presidents?
he also just rapped an Eminem song at a
No, he
at
didn't.
an event.
No,
Yeah,
he didn't.
yeah. Hey there, dipshits! It's me, Joey, aka Slooty Mage.
I'm Hunter, voice of Hunter Taylor.
And I'm Carter, Deagle Eagle. We're
Older and Dumber.
Every Friday, we drop wisdom, humor, and a whole lot of nonsense. You won't want to miss it.
Become a patron today for as low as $5 a month. Get early access to all our episodes and exclusive behind-the-scenes looks at all the things we're doing and May's super secret editing notes.
Shout out to all our awesome dipshits. Your support really helps keep this madness going.
Join the crew, be a dipshit. It's an exclusive club, and you're invited.
Throw Dipshits mark your calendar every Friday for a dose of Older and Dumber craziness. See you there.
Fade to black. On my stand. Fade to black.